Hello class. If you're watching this video, you should be on the second page of your document. So up to this point, you've already made your predictions up here. You've read this little opening paragraph and answered the two questions about it. Now you're on to the third section that says third. Watch the video on Schoology that will introduce you to the simulation. So before I introduce you to the simulation, there are first two words that you need to know in order to do well in this simulation. And you're going to fill in the definitions in the boxes on the right on Notability. So I'm going to open up my PowerPoint to get them. The first word you're going to see a lot on the simulation is Kelvin. The definition of a Kelvin is a unit of temperature. So just like we say, oh, it's 67 degrees Fahrenheit outside, the same way Kelvin is just a unit of temperature, like Fahrenheit or Celsius. You're also going to hear a word called main sequence star. A main sequence star is a star that makes only hydrogen and helium. Remember we talked about yesterday how elements are made in stars. A main sequence star is a star that only ever makes hydrogen and helium. A little hint for you as you get started, our sun is a main sequence star. It only makes hydrogen and helium. Make sure you get those definitions before you keep watching the video. The rest of the video, guys, you're going to be using a simulation. So it says to open the star in a box simulation. In order to open that simulation, go ahead to today's folder on Schoology. You see it right here. And you're going to click on the link where it says star in a box. When you click the link, actually, I'm going to open it up in a separate tab. When you click the link, it's going to look like this. And I just want you to click open the lid. And here's what you're going to be using for today. For part one of the simulation, which is most of the document, you're going to make sure your mass right here is set to 1. It should be its default. Later on in the simulation, it'll ask you to change your mass. To change the mass, you just scroll to a different number. But right now, I want you to start on 1. The first question, you're just going to play it. And what you're seeing here, guys, are lots of things happening in the simulation, which is why I made this video. On this side, you're going to see the brightness of the sun on the left side and the temperature of the sun at the bottom. So how that changes over time. As the sun moves, as you can see it moving right here, as it moves, its brightness changes, its temperature changes. The first question just asks you to label the axes of your graph. So you're just going to write in the blanks, fill in the blanks right here and right here in order to fill these in right here and right here. After that, it's going to tell you to click play and look at different parts of the graph. For example, if you click play and it tells you to look at the stages of the graph, the stages of the star are up here in the right-hand corner. You're going to see they change over time. When it asks you to look at the size, you're going to click this little size icon right here, and you're going to watch over here to look at the size of the star as time goes on. So whenever you press play, just think of it as like you're starting the star's life. It's going to ask for the temperature. You'll click the temperature icon. You're going to play that, and you're going to answer questions about that. If it asks you about the length of time, obviously the length right here is in millions of years, so the length of time is always right here. And there's brightness, there's the time spent in each stage, there's the mass. I'm not going to walk you through everything, but just follow the directions really carefully on this, and it should make sense. And yeah, everything should be done independently. Let me know if you need any help.